Hey everyone, Mr. Clutch here. Now we're going to look at QQQ for April 27th, 2023 here. So another nice trend day on QQQ, but it was actually a little more difficult to find the right entries today. So let's walk through and kind of look at the differences that we saw in the other video on SPY. So we've already got the zones marked again. Now with QQQ, we actually started on top of our zone. So we come out of open and we're kind of testing down into the zone. EMAs are bunched up, so we're just waiting and watching here. So you could draw a flag right here, but since we have kind of like this channel here, like high and low that we're looking at, and we haven't busted out either side, and I don't know how. What are we at here? So we're about 30 minutes in. It's kind of hard for me to want to take this play out of this little flag here because it could do the same thing this one did. And so I would probably tend to wait on these. You could actually take this horizontal line, and after we bust through, you could come through there. But for the purposes of kind of what the Team 2 trading strategy is, there's not a really nice move here. So as we look up a little bit, you've got a flag building here. You've got volume coming down a little. There's pretty solid volume here through the opening of Qs. So you see it finally trickling down here. So this could have been a Q. You break out here, you're in. Again, we're hitting our head onto this zone now. And I had this zone drawn pretty big. If I go back to the 15-minute and look back where that zone came from, let's see. That was this zone here. I had this drawn from the high of, I guess it would have been Monday. And so I felt that was, it was pretty big candles here, and I've kind of brought it in and then brought it back to the high of the pre-market that day. So I had a pretty big zone on that. It was kind of hard to take entry here, but you definitely could have. You just need to be ready to scale out if it does this, if it comes back. So there was a move to be had there. So then we're coming back again. Now that we're into that, you could draw another one here. I even like this, kind of like the one on SPY. We've got 3 to 4 touches here, and then you just kind of let it play. If you say, okay, if it comes back to my trend line at some point, then there's a good chance it could reject again, or if it pushes through, then I'm going to take that play. I do this a lot, and I love these ones that give us this trend line formed, and then you just draw it out and wait. So this is the exact move that we looked at on SPY in the other video. It comes down through the zone, comes back up, reclaims the 13, fiddles with it a little bit, pushes through the 13 and the trend line. So we're not out of the zone yet, but I don't hate this entry right here. So you could take an entry here and ride this up to a really nice move. Again, runners, if this doesn't stop it, you're all day. Then you can ride the rest of the day into close with this one move. So it is, it's a good move that you could have caught there. Then we have this next flag building, and this is actually one I took, and this was a slow mover all through this here. It was just a very slow movement. So I got in here on this push through. So we've based, we back tested the zone, we're above the 13, breaking out of this trend line in here. So I was in right here somewhere, immediately reversed and sold off. Now it didn't hit stop here, so I basically was still in. Had you not taken that entry, you could redraw your trend line, something like that, right there through the top of that, and you would have ended up getting in on this candle, which you wouldn't have had to ride this out and had the roller coaster of waiting to see what was going to happen here. You would have been in pretty good, and it wouldn't have came back. So but anyway, so I was in this move here, and it came up through here and came back and just kept bouncing around between a maybe minus 10 to plus 10% move here, really once it started getting here. So anyways, this was a really long move. We're at I'm in Central Time, so I'm entering here at 10:48, and I went all the way to 11:54, so over an hour, and I trailed my stop up to I think it was 20% maybe. I have to look back on this move, but 10 to 20%. I think it was 20%, and it got hit right here. Yeah, it was 20%. It got hit right here on this wick. So this whole move over an hour, nice move up, but the chop just killed the premium. So got hit here at 20%. I could have held and maybe manually closed, and I actually thought about dragging my stop down just a little bit to see if 13 held here. And anyway, so it hit, and I was out for the day, or I was out on that move. There's one more nice move right here, and this could have been the last one you took and rode this out the rest of the day. So let's zoom in here a little on this one. So yeah, we're coming into this other zone, so it is, but at this point we're realizing, hey, we're trending today. So these zone, you could reject here, but I'm okay taking a chance on this one. So we come down here, we fall through it, but we immediately come back to the 13, push through, reclaim it. You see this volume's kind of pushing up on this candle, good volume. And so you could enter here and basically ride that out the rest of the day. And if you you could maybe close below the 13, close here, but there's a good chance that you might have. Let's see what a trend line from the bottom would have looked like here. You could have picked this low point here. Yeah, this doesn't really, this wouldn't even come down to your trend line, so you could use this trend line at this point, and then maybe you're out here, which is fine. So that'd be another good move. So a little bit different, because of where the zones were. SPY just really matched up with the zones well on this early move here, but you catch this move and ride that out the rest of the day. Another opportunity here for a little move. Again, you could have held either. You could have had runners going all day. In hindsight, that's probably the play, because there was nothing ever really scary. You had these little wicks through or candles down, but other than that, you could have rode that all the way up. And maybe another opportunity here late in the day, if you like to play late in the day, to get back in and ride a little more up. So anyways, hopefully that helps. Looking back on it, and we can find things to take away to keep looking for these things during the day as we're trading, and keep getting better and better what we're seeing on the charts. So on to tomorrow. Thanks for watching.